receive as some sort of streams of water, which is that quick. And we're here again. Can't believe it. Chairman, morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm terribly good, thank you.
Yeah, we're here again. It's another Friday. I don't know, for some reason, I am very particular about Friday. I love Fridays. And, here we are. It's another Friday.
Yeah.
The good thing is, at least the next day, most people don't work. And
Yeah, man, it's
you know,
leading to the weekend.
yes,
and,
our
that makes
family,
it great.
everything is all right. Yes, thank God. Right, this week, this is a new summary of the whole events that we've been through the whole of the week.
Sure.
Gradually, the Afghan issues and the Boris was also looking at the, whether since most of the events are opening,
Yeah.
we've had a bit of people still tripping into, a lot of open places and all that. This is the risk of someone that is likely to, prompt another, how do we call it, a third lockdown. And I, for example, I can't stand wearing the mask and all that. But anyway, that's an
Yeah,
issue.
we got to wear it. This is to wear it in your own interest, just in
Yeah.
case.
Right. So Ghana, this is what is happening. Lately, we've seen the Dampari, the new IGP, whether he's orchestrating and putting things together to make sure we have the best of policing in the country to scare away all these armed robbery and murdering and all that. I believe there's a wave that blows, with the incident of whether or not a president or a political member of the country. It doesn't matter. You just have to face the full rigor of the law.
Sure.
And, things like that we got to talk about. But generally, I mean, the question as to whether if you go into Ghana, you get scared because of these things. How do you feel, for one? I mean, you, for example, you have a lot of political assignments, especially if you go to Ghana and all that. How do you feel as of now if you're going to Ghana?
Not too bad. I mean, it's great to be there, to be home. Home is home. It's great to be there. I mean, you touched on armed robbery or stuff like that, which is very serious problems for all of us. What is there in our country that we know of but we don't think about is the policing. The policing numbers in Ghana are very low, below world standard. We've got about over 1,000 population to one policeman.
Right.
And the world order is 500 to one policeman, So our police service needs to be upgraded. That is that we need more policemen to be employed into the system. Sadly, in the remote areas, there are no sign of policemen there. And that is where serious offenses take place. When you take a place like Boku or Kulungugu, remote areas, go to Hafasini, Aflawo, and all that, certain areas. Remote areas, there are no visible police presence there, which is a very serious problem for all of us. We need to recruit more police, but the problem is, I don't know what the new IGP will do. Ghana is a place that we praise everybody. We shouldn't praise Dampare or who he is. We have not even seen what actually he's doing. We need to encourage him. The government must encourage him, arm him with all the resources to recruit more police into the system, so that we know where we're going. But at the moment, we're not very sure. Crime can take place. Police never sees it anyway until it's reported. When death has occurred or the crime has happened already, we don't need that. Ghana doesn't need that. We need a government that thinks like a human being would think. If we think like a human being would think, i.e. a government, then we will be getting somewhere. For now, it's very difficult for us to have confidence in our own selves, because the armed robberies, the brutalities that are taking place in the country, it's a daily affair, and this must be stopped.
Okay, so over the years, we've seen not much of the police, best activity, put it that way, in a full action of the police. We've seen bribery, we've seen corruption, we've seen all that. Now, the new IGP that has come in, a lot don't know the history of him, where he's actually been, or who he is, and all that, until we just realized that we've got a new IGP. Do you think that is why recently police were beaten? I mean, some mob of people beat the police officer. You think, and then the police issue with what's going on now, they really don't take, if you like the word, nonsense at the moment at all. Is it as a result of that? Is that because the police officer were beaten, or is it the fact that he want to give the Ghanaians the impression that he's no nonsense and he's really up for the job?
Yeah, there are no Ghanaians always do that. We always do that. I mean, we praise human beings and all that. No, forget about it. The police service. It's not the IGP. He doesn't go on the road catching people or arresting people. He doesn't. He sits in his post office and all that. He's the chief executive officer of the police service in Ghana. We know that. We are not even going to praise personalities. That would be a waste of space and time. Our police service needs to be equipped.
Right.
That's what our government is scared of doing. We need to equip our police, give them even helicopters. I keep saying this for about 10 years. Give them helicopters.
Yeah.
Ghana is such a place that, I mean, we've got some remote areas which you cannot reach. The only way to reach there is through helicopters. But maybe the government thinks it's a luxury. It's not a luxury. They need it, just like the ambulance. We need to equip the ambulance service with helicopters as well, so that if serious injuries happen in remote areas of Ghana, not Accra, not Kumasi, not Takoradi, but the villages, deep villages, a helicopter can reach there within 30 or 45 minutes. That's why we're talking seriously. By the same token, crimes take place in remote areas. A helicopter can reach there. In the United Kingdom, even in London, we see helicopters chasing criminals, isn't it? If right now where we are sitting, if you hear helicopters above us, you know there's a crime in the area. They get there within minutes. That's what we need. So if Ghana government is going to the international community, borrowing money and all that, no problem. Do the right thing, use it for the right thing, such as we are talking about now. Arm the police, equip them. Even today, some armed robbers have got sophisticated weapons more than the Ghana police service. So what are we talking about?
Yeah, the logistics.
Yeah, they are more powerful than the police. They are more powerful than the police. Somebody in the US, one of our brothers in the US, he made a statement. It sounds funny. So he's not going to Ghana because in Ghana, so many bad things take place and all that. You build your own house, you make it a prison.
Oh, dear.
You build your own house in Ghana, you must make it a prison. When you're going to sleep, you make sure that all the gadgets are around your house. But in London, who cares?
It's a shame, man.
You see what I mean? These are some of the things the government must address, and we will support the government to do so. But if it doesn't do so, and it goes around, our president travels in a helicopter, 14,000 God knows pounds an hour. This is a joke. That's a joke. We have not got the money. We haven't got the money. This is equip the police. Equip the police, and even our military. Rope the military men into the police service. Because,
for a while, let me talk about PPP for a sec. What I want to know is I know you have your previous manifesto and all that until you're still looking forward to come to power. I mean, what I want to know is that what are some of the areas? Are these some of the areas that it's on your top priorities? Is it the security of the country?
Yeah, absolutely. We want separation of powers. Separation of powers is very important. In fact, we do not even want the Chief Justice to be appointed by the president or the government. We do not want the Inspector General of Police to be appointed by the government. We want the police college to appoint their own Inspector General of Police.
Mm.
And when it comes to the law lords, the Chief Justice, let the justices themselves elect their own chief and not the president or a political party head. Because if any crime takes place for political reasons, they will suppress it. If it doesn't go against the government, they will suppress the case. Let the police, the justice system be independent of the government. Give the government a chance to do its work, but not to mix it up. Now, don't make the party politics or go into our heads and appoint IGP and Chief Justice and expect things to be right. That's the greatest problem. And that's what the PPP, we want to do, make sure the separation of powers is there. We want to elect the metropolitan and district chief executives. Let the people themselves elect them. When the people elect them, the benefit is that they will be answerable to the people in the village or in the constituency that elected them. But then if we impose the MMDCE and DCEs from the Flagstaff House or now Jubilee House, it doesn't work. It doesn't tie up. Because the president appointed the DCE, you can't challenge the DCE even at your local level. And that's not very good. So good for all us as mankind.
So with the observation, you think the layman in the street has just a little right to question anything you find questionable, like the DC or not. If I have a problem with the way the government is carrying out it at first, how feasible is my rights being able to deal with? I mean, you think our rights are not deprived? Do you think?
Oh, they are suppressing our rights. We are being suppressed. Right now, what is going on in Ghana is just close to being a dictatorship. You can't even a Presbyterian minister. I've forgotten his name, Reverend Mante.
Yeah,
the boys and girls are saying fix the country. He came with, excuse me, a lot of rubbish, a lot of nonsense to say the people must fix themselves. The youth must fix themselves. And that's very bad. You shouldn't speak like that as a man of God or a leader of Presbyterian Church of Ghana. No, don't talk like that. The people must bring him down to answer the statement he made. So it's not very good. It's not very good. See, the youth complaining in any system, whether US, UK, or Ghana, Africa, anywhere, it's the same problems we have. If people are complaining, it means there's something wrong. And if there's something wrong, you've got to fix it. And when the boys and girls says fix it, some agents of the government, including Reverend Mante himself, he sounds like an agent of this government. I have no problem if it's an MPP minister, or Sofu of MPP. I don't care. But then you shouldn't do the government's job when you have to do your own ministerial job. It's disappointing now. Is he sure that all the youth of Ghana belong to Presbyterian Church? No. But at least within his church, there are some disenfranchised youth, unemployed. They have no hope. Are you telling them that to go and work? Work with what? They cannot create jobs because these are poor people who finish school. They haven't got jobs. They have no jobs. Then you tell them, your Reverend Mante is asking them to go on the streets to look for a job. What job to look for? To sell pure water? That's fine. Well, it's so good.
Recently, we saw a video with a lot of people, in the street going for job education, and then you see the number. It's such heartbreaking.
It's a military recruitment, isn't it?
Yes.
That's not even a job. It's just
how
a
do
service.
I put it? At least it keeps down the pressure on the shoulders of the government, at least.
You see what I mean? That was no good. I mean, the recruiting people into the military, it was a big deal in Ghana. That was the only job opportunity there. That shows you tells you there's something wrong. It tells you there's something wrong. 4 more for Nana. 4 more for Nana is what we are seeing. Yes, 4 more for Nana. He must come out. roll his sleeves, remove his suit and whatever tie, and speak to the nation. I want him to, the president must address the nation right now. We are facing serious problems. Otherwise, people are not stupid to say, fix the country. When Nana Akufo-Addo, went on the street for Kumi Prakun, Kumi Prakun during Roaring's time, harsh conditions. Right now, we've got harsh conditions in Ghana. We've got seriously harsh conditions in Ghana. For those who are in employment, they don't see it. But those who are not, they see it. There's no job, Dr. Morton. There's no job for them. That's serious. We want sensible men and women of Ghana to talk about what we are talking now, to advise the government. We've got so many leaders in Ghana. It's not just the president. He's only one man. It's not even just his ministers. It's not even just the members of parliament. There are very few in number. There are so many leaders in the country. We have reverend ministers, men of God. We've got kings. Some people call themselves kings. I don't know if we've got a kingdom. There's no kingdom in Ghana. We misuse the English word. Kingdom. They say kingdom of Ashanti. I don't know. I'm not very sure. Kingdom. That's not a United Kingdom. We've got a kingdom in certain areas, kingdom and all that. But we know local chiefs. That's fine.
Yeah.
All these people are there. They are quiet. They are leaders. I'm referring to them. All the chiefs of Ghana are leaders. We've got leaders in society, Ghana Christian Council, they are there. Members of Council of State, they are there. So are they not thinking?
That's the question.
Yeah. See, what are they telling us? They are not addressing the people of Ghana. They are receiving their allowances and SUVs, top range cars. That's fine. They are not saying anything of wisdom. I hope to God they do. They must talk to our president. They must talk to our government. Mr. Government, there are certain things you are not doing right. Please just get on, do it. Government gave us lovely manifesto, very good, impressive manifesto, 2016. I'm very honest.
That's right.
Very good manifesto. That's why they they won the power. And the question is, have they delivered all the promises of that manifesto of 2016?
That's the question.
Yeah, the answer is that they have not. And if they have not, why not? Why not? In management, in auditing and all that, there are certain questions to ask. Why not? If the NPP or the government has not been able to deliver those manifestos, what do we have to do as a nation? What level of thinking should come into our heads? Then we must know, number one, the promises they give it to us are plenty.
Okay.
No human beings can work on that within 4 years. Okay? So we have to learn from it so that in the future, we don't overpromise. NPP overpromised 2016 and they underdelivered. Still, we are in the 5th year. They have not even completed the delivering the promises of 2016. And they got promises of 2020 as well. God knows what they are going to do. So we got up to 2024. Are they sure they'll be able to deliver all the manifesto promises of 2016 and 2020?
A lot of people, sorry to cut you there, man. A lot of people assume that, still Nanado is in power, but they've always got like people like Lantram and Ting and the Baumia, who are possible options for the next election years. How often do you hear people talking about those in your party likely to take over presidentship in Ghana?
I think it is a very important question. NPP itself, they are failing. They are clearly failing because just from what I said, 2016 promises, you have not finished delivering them. Now they are talking about 2024. And excuse me, they take Ghanaians to be fools. We are not going to be fools again. We are not.
To them, they're doing the best.
Of course, yes. But it's so shameful and embarrassing for them to be talking of 2024 when we are going to bury Sir John. They defied all the COVID rules. Like God knows some animals in the bush area running. When they said we should wear face masks, they didn't. Thousands and thousands of them. Sir John, I like the man. That the way they buried Sir John was pathetic. Considering the COVID that killed Sir John, may he rest in peace. The COVID killed him, or he died during the pandemic. Do you understand? Going to bury him with impunity, without face masks, thousands and thousands converging. When you tell other people you can only allow 20 or 30 people in the funeral, burial grounds, for Sir John, thousands and thousands of people were there. And sadly, they were talking about Bawumia being the next presidential candidate. Excuse me, that was very silly. That was very silly. And before the MPP must apologize to the people of Ghana. We are not all fools.
Well, that is just...
They don't respect the people of Ghana. Well, they never buried. Sir John was not buried with dignity. Number two, to do politics at the graveyard, that was the most stupid thing to do. I wouldn't want that to be done at my funeral.
What's the MPP? They actually do the best.
No, we got so many wise people in NPP. Don't get me wrong. I know them. We've got so many intelligent and wise ladies and gentlemen in MPP, elderly people. Are they thinking with them? Are they taking advice from them? Otherwise, they wouldn't have done what they did. When you're going to bury Sir John, you are doing a campaign for who is going to lead MPP in 2024. Even God will cancel them out. God or Fado will cancel them out. They are not going to be there. They think Ghanaians are waiting for them to be ruling every other 4 years. This is their time to prove their worth if they got something left. They are struggling. But because they are in power, you can't do anything. The people say, fix the country. They say, hey, fix yourself. Kaka, the boy was talking about, they killed the boy. They cut him to pieces. They killed the boy, Kaka. Because he's a young man. He says to fix the country. It's part of the organization.
And for all these while as well, what's his name? The Ahmed Swale issue. And JB Dankwa. I've only started up with the crime issue because of the new IGP sworn in, whether he's actually going to do something different or it's going to keep the continuity of this way of governance and the policing and all that. You think that issue is keeping relevance at all?
It is relevant. I was in Cape Coast when the guy was killed, the JB Dankwa. May he rest in peace. I was in Cape Coast
till now.
Yeah.
It's over 2 years or something like that.
That shows that government in power. What are you doing with that? It's a big question to ask the government. And our society, civil society, is also not competent enough. The reason I'm saying that, listen, they killed that man. That man was murdered in his own room. He didn't go to steal. He was sleeping in his. Somebody is on the street to be contracted to go and kill the man. They killed the man, and immediately certain people converge on that property. What are you going to do? Are you policemen? Let the policemen go and do their researches and all that. They want to erase evidence, to clear evidence. It tells you the Ghanaians, we are not entirely all stupid. You shouldn't really step there. You shouldn't step there. But so many people converge there.
I've got Joe on the line, Chairman. Hold on 1 minute. Okay. Good morning, Uncle Joe.
Yeah, good morning, Doc. And good morning, Mr. Kitiosi.
Good morning, Joe. How are you?
Oh, we are managing, by God's grace.
Joe, you've seen what we talk about. I mean, this morning, I am particularly relating most of the issue to the policing and safety of the layman on the street Ghanaian. You understand? Now, the issue of Dr. Dan Parry, who people relate the incident of Owusu Bempah and the chaos in Ghana at the moment because of the man who was arrested. He's noted to be a political pastor or something. Now we know he's a right hand man of Akufo-Addo when it comes to spiritual things, and then the police don't give a monkey.
But I thought the president is a Presbyterian, unless I'm wrong.
Well, this is
and Owusu Bempah is not a Presbyterian.
Well, at the end of the day, it's the same religion. So bottom line is, You think the police is ready and is really on its toes?
Well, thank you very much for the opportunity, and a very good morning to all your listeners and viewers on Facebook as well. Doc, I wouldn't be a naysayer, you see, and I would also not be a prophet of doom in bastardizing the police and all that. Yes, we may have issues with the Ghana police, here and there. In the previous past, we've seen things. But you see, we can only be optimistic and only have hope, because despite the fact that we can say that Ghana, 80% of the people are, stupid, at least we can have a certain 20% who can change the narrative. So for me, it is early days yet, but at least we need to give commendation. It is when people do good and we commend them, then they can also have the energy to continue what they are doing.
Okay.
So I think there is hope. He is a nice young man. I mean, in his early 40s or 50s or something like that. And I think he has done exceptionally well. Because looking at the issue and the man in question, Owusu Bempah, I am even told he drives about with policemen in his car. I mean, having bodyguards, police as his security. And no, this is a man who boasts of, nobody can touch him in Ghana. I'm told he was even called to the police and 2 or 3 times he said, to hell with the police. Who are you? I am the right-hand man of the president. So who are you?
I think we've seen a few of these things, yeah.
Yeah, so we don't have to kind of be a bit naive and also all of a sudden say, oh, this is not going to end up anyway. Look, let us commend the man. Let us urge him on. But then also challenge him. Now, look, for me, yes, if I tell you, you see, I've always said that I will be the most hypocritical person if I say I am not happy with the arrest of Owusu Bempah. I am very, very happy.
Oh, Joe, if I
He's not the only one.
ask you,
He's
why
not
are
the
you
only
happy?
one.
Why are you happy, Joe?
Yes, and I am hoping on Monday when he goes to court, another sentence will be put on his head, and then we can see sanity. Yes, of course, because in as much as we are told not to have pride in the fall of another man, it is also
okay. So Joe, we've got the updates about things that's happening in Ghana. I've got David Tamaklo on the line. If you want to call back and together with you and I, let's see what's going on, and then we can come back, and then David would update us about things that is happening in Ghana.
No problem.
At least apart from the things that I have shared, I don't know what is happening, and then he can update us. Very current.
No problem. I'll keep listening.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Hello, David. Good morning.
Doc, good morning.
Good morning, sir. How is Ghana?
How are you? Ghana is fine.
You've had any cocoa and coffee this morning already? We only drink tea here. Chairman, I've got his coffee. I've got mine.
Some of us are not early birds, so we
take it
haven't
easy.
had that yet.
All right, cool.
Definitely, I will.
You are like our programs manager, darling, here, who eats kinky, 2 bowls of kinky, 6 o'clock in the morning.
Exactly.
Good morning, David. Good morning, David.
6 o'clock.
My program director, darling, is 6 o'clock. He battles 2 kinky after straight. Anyway, what is happening with the events unfolding currently? Any more development issues you can update us with, please?
Well, interestingly, this morning, let me first of all greet your listeners and viewers, and also your colleagues in the studio. The issue happening, in my view, centers around security.
We've been talking about that. Yeah.
Security. Those, I think, are the major issues that now. We've had issues of, in terms of human security, we have issues of, these days, whatever happens within the sub-region is a threat to any other nation within the region. And you have the Guinea issue just even before it dies out. We are hearing of jailbreaks of Boko Haram inmates in Nigeria.
Mm.
We, of course, you know that sub-region is a little volatile now. So issues like that are getting people coupled with the issues, security, how people the law into their own hands, the issues of the murders that we have had recently, and other security issues, armed robbery and all that. I think that is an issue that needs to be really looked at and dealt with. Then aside that is food security, and we've been talking about it for some time now.
What?
That is becoming rare. Food security.
Oh,
Food
okay.
security.
Yeah.
Food.
Yeah, you're still live on that, David. Oh, I don't want to believe that I've lost
Has
him.
it dropped?
No, still there, I think. Hello, David, can you hear me, please?
Can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, yeah, we couldn't hear you. Okay, go on, sir.
Okay, so I was talking about food security, and
Dropped again.
I think it's the reception. It's not dropped. Yeah, it's still there. Hello, David. Okay, so I think his line is sometimes he's...
can hear you very well.
Oh, okay, yeah, we can hear you too.
Yes.
Go on.
Yes. So I don't know. I was talking about food security, and I said that there is a threat of food security because most of the livestock rearers, those who are into livestock.
Are you driving, David? Hello, David, are you driving?
I've packed to talk to you.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay, good, thank you.
I'm confused about the food security. What does it mean? Quite
Yeah,
honestly.
David.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, so I was talking about the, I don't know, I keep, like I'm repeating myself.
No.
Yeah. We actually wanted to understand what you meant by food security. If you say food security.
Yes. Okay. So what I was saying is that people who are into farmers, who are into livestock, are complaining of availability of feed to give to their animals. You're talking about chicken. A majority of our people here eat eggs a lot. Most of the chicken, the poultry farms are shutting down because the feed for their animals, for their birds. You talk about other livestock farmers, they are all complaining because maize is almost in shortage now. I am aware that government has issued license to some companies to import maize into the country to save the situation. It's getting quite critical. I know sometime last week, the former flag bearer for the NDC party raised a red flag on that issue, and the Minister of Agri came and disputed that the concern was just a propaganda sort of. But this week, beginning of this week, we have had the Deputy Minister of Agri also came out to re-emphasize the fact that indeed there is a threat of food security. And it's real. I mean, food prices are going up, and if you talk to the farmers, they can't afford feed for their farms. Maize is in shortage. Other products like sorghum and all are running out. So what it means is that the prices of keeping livestock and all that are going up as well. When it happens like that, you know, the usual kenke, like Darling's kenke like this is getting expensive and smaller in size.
Okay.
So that is a very critical issue for us, as far as I'm concerned.
All right, cool. Now, with the new IGP, Dr. Dampari, I don't want to delve much into gloomy issues of, you know, the Owusu Bempah and all that, but I'm looking at the energy he's bringing in. Could we just assess that by the recent arrest of this man who seems to be right-hand man?
You mean the IGP?
That's right. I mean, following the events of
Yes,
Owusu Bempah's arrest, you think is a no-nonsense kind of energy he's bringing in?
Well, I think I've spoken to you about the IGP before.
Yes, we talked about that last time. Yeah.
He's not interrupt or how do I call it? Try to influence him. He should be. You talk about Owusu Bempah's issue. There are so many of the Owusu Bempah. Apart from he being a person who like to, showcase his power, his closeness to the powers that be. There are so many other people who flout the regular laws that we should all abide. Because a few.
Hello, David. I think it's okay. Hello, David. Can you hear me?
Hello.
Yeah. Yes. Go on.
I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay. Yeah. We couldn't hear you.
Yeah. So I was saying that a few weeks, prior to his appointment or this recent arrest, many would have been surprised that Owusu Bempah would be arrested for what he has done, because many worse have happened than this. And so this particular arrest was one shocking, but a welcome news to many who think that our society is degenerating into a lawless one. So we just hope, and I just hope that he stick to the bullet and ensure that, no one is shielded when they break the law, and that the law takes its course regardless of who you are close to, what your name is, and what you do.
Like a big shot.
It's a welcome news.
Can I ask David a question, please?
Please, I'm all ears, sir.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you, David. May I ask one question? I believe that our president is a Presbyterian person, unless I'm wrong. And I do not think Reverend Owusu Bempah is a Presbyterian. And so how come we have him as the minister of NPP or minister for our government? I'm a bit confused. I'm not sure the guy is a Presbyterian.
Honestly, I have, except for it is hereditary, I have not known the president to be a Presbyterian or a Catholic or anything. I mean, I know he's from the Ekuapim area, and they are very much
strong in Presbyterian. Yes, that's right. That's why I assumed.
But politicians can be funny. When you speak the language they want to hear, you become their very close friend. And I believe that is how he became the friend of the president.
Oh, I see.
Of course, it's not only him. We have a lot of them in the system who are aligned to one political party or the other, one influential person or the other.
Yeah, thank you. I don't stop you here. If I look at the United States of America, if I look at Germany, and if I look at Australia, New Zealand, and United Kingdom, I don't see that the president or head of state have got affiliation to a particular man of God and all that. It's only in Africa this is happening. Do you understand? I mean, we are all disturbed. We don't care if the Queen is an Anglican. The Queen of England is an Anglican. But we don't see her or the Anglican ministers bragging about their affiliation to the Queen of England. We know that. Quiet. But in Ghana or in Africa, it's so pronounced. Why do you think this is the case?
Field system. In all these states you have mentioned, people don't give excuses, use religion.
Yes.
You realize that in the last days of Trump, he was trying to claw.
Oh, David, shift your position. We're losing you. Go on.
Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Yeah.
You're going, David.
System. As far as I'm concerned, it's just an excuse to do things that are unnecessary. So I mean, I have heard people said that the president has insisted on carrying his chair around across the globe because it was recommended by Owusu Bempah. And it's a funny story. I mean, for a whole president, look at a character like Owusu Bempah. I mean, what exactly he brings on board apart from, insulting politicians?
It reveal prophecies to us every end of the year.
He's making a strong point. Is that the reason we are renting helicopters at the rate of 15,000
Well,
pounds
it reveals the prophecies that's ahead of us every year to us.
I think if prophecies are anything to go by, I would say that the kind of prophecies they give are double tank prophecies because they say something. And then when they realize the thing is not going the way they have said it,
it's a calculating
they quickly change it.
It's a calculating
and it's very worrying that
he couldn't prophesy his own arrest. He could not prophesy his own arrest.
And in fact, if there was any prophecy he made, he said that he can say on authority that no policeman can arrest him.
Oh,
well, maybe on the grounds of the law. He thought where he said there's no warrant any arrest.
And this is a man of God.
But it turned out the other way.
Okay, David. I think you would have to wrap up. I've got my callers blinking terribly, trying to get into what you just laid down.
Thank you, David.
So if you finalize it, then we leave you and then we come back here to the studio.
Well, I think that you should just keep praying for Ghana. We should all bring our expertise on board. Let's continue to judge about things that we need. Look, if we leave it to the politicians alone, we are never going to go anywhere. Let everybody who think they can make some contribution to this country start speaking.
Oh, thank you very much. God bless you.
Okay, David. Thank you very much for this morning.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, Dr. Morton, this is very interesting.
Yeah, Chairman. I mean, with the issue of religion in Ghana,
he couldn't predict his own arrest.
Well, Jesus said he was going to leave them very soon. So
Jesus spoke, and everybody knew that he was going. And the apostle says, "Where are you going?"
Okay, so if you want to call the line, 0203 735 8820 or 0203 286 0185, 0203 735 8820 or 0203 286 0185. Now the WhatsApp line is 077 8793 9958, 077 8793 9958. You're on GN Radio Live. We're talking about, the massive people tripping into stadium and events after the lockdown that has seen another rising of the COVID, disease. And then, Nigeria. I was trying to get in touch with Idris to update us about the separatist who's and the thing you see happening in Nigeria. Recently, there's gone by where was a coup in Guinea. There's another issue I believe has not died down yet. And so we can talk about all this until Ghana. We've seen a little bit of a chaos, especially at the expense of the, coming in of the new IGP.
Yeah, these are things we're talking about. But Guinea, ECOWAS has given them ultimatum to go to hand over in 6 months or go back to the military barracks in 6 months. Where on earth in Africa did these people have that idea? It has not happened. Nkrumah was overthrown. Nobody wanted them. Nigerian government was overthrown. No, nobody gave them ultimatum to go back to civilian rule within 6 months. I don't think the current president of...
All right, so I've got my first call. Hello, good morning.
Yeah.
Morning, Dr. Morton.
Oh, hi. Sega Boniana.
And Segawani.
Sebago. If you do such a kakra, the hope say everything is fine. Yeah.
Oh, Yamiano,
What's here?
Good morning, Chairman.
What's here, kakra, dear?
Good morning, Chairman.
Good morning.
I want to say,
Say
I hope everything is well with you and your family.
Oh, by his grace. Thanks so much. Thank you.
A big Methodist member.
Yes,
Well, Chairman, what can be Kakrana America? Sir John was buried in
no, befitting burial. Is that what it
yes.
No, it was outrageous. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he said he was not befitting. Is that what?
Mr.
Mr. Yeltsin.
Mr. Yeltsin, the man is, you see, Sir John, the way he was buried, coming down with helicopter, and we have the president there, the vice president, or minister of states, members of the NDC, or leading politicians, lawyers around, family and friends. The way he was buried, I think he was given the much needed dignity that he deserves because of the role he has played in Ghanaian politics. The way he used to speak, his affable nature, coming down to a people's level, and the way he conducted his politics, making sure that politics was quite common to ordinary person. I do not think so, because at that time people were still talking about people running commentary. They saw Bawumia, they saw things that maybe Alan Martin, and people were saying, "Oh, this is the next president," and the fact that doing somebody's burial, we are now talking about politics. I think it was just a matter of course. The man who had died was a politician. The way he did politics was so fascinating. So it came as a natural tendency that people would talk about maybe the next presidential candidate. And it came as a natural thing. I do not think that if Sir John were alive and he saw the fact that during his funeral, people are even talking about the next presidential candidate for MPP. I do not think so. It was even Sir John. Shortly before he died, I think around May, he went to one of the radio stations and told Ghanaians that MPP has a tradition. The Buzia Dankwa Dombo and the Buzia side have been by Kofo, and then Dankwa side have been by Kufuado, and therefore it's the next person should be Dombo. And the Dombo, he mentioned that Bawumia is a right candidate. He mentioned that shortly before he died. Unfortunately, he died. Something happened that he died. So even there, that's why we have Bawumia coming to the funeral. For Sir John to die and then people are talking about Bawumia being the next, I think that's as I don't want to beat myself. It's just a matter of
okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
But if I may come in just a minute, I mean, that was during the pandemic. They broke all the protocols. Even the government in power, you couldn't even resist that temptation.
You have a point. You see, again, it comes to the same person. We say, who could have stopped anybody? Look at the way Sir John was. Who could have stopped anybody from coming to the funeral? That was even going to create another mess. Who could have stopped anybody from coming to the funeral? And then the fact that people were wearing the mask, it was really bad. That was really bad. We have a point. But it has become just one-off. So let it go. Just let it go. It's one of I wasn't happy when I saw that, but just let it go. With the question of Owusu Bempah,
You're listening. Oh, is it go?
Segabo, are you there? Oh no, I'm there. Okay, I've got Joe. Hello, Joe.
Yeah, Doc.
Yeah, you're back. Welcome back.
Thank you.
That's fine. You're welcome. Okay, man. Segabo is back again. Hold on 1 minute. Segabo, sorry, Mr. Asante. I'm so line katia kakra.
Make maybe time make no be some make one of two.
Oh, yes, finish it at
okay.
least. Yeah.
Maybe if you know the issue of food security. You see, I want to draw Ghanaians' attention to this. Thank goodness we have an Anado as a president. Thank goodness we have this man who's the current Minister for Agriculture, being the minister. Planning for growth and jobs. I think the man has explained that this project was based on his PhD thesis he did here in Cambridge. Dr. Morton.
Yes, sir.
Yours and all Ghanaians. My goodness. If you have not had this man who brought this project, that all Ghanaians who are bought into this project, planning for food and growth, we see, 4, 5, 6 years ago, we are importing plantain, cassava from our neighboring countries. It was a case. We all knew that we are importing plantain and all these foodstuffs from other countries. Now this man has brought this project. Ghanaians who are there, those who are going to see us into farming, they are gaining a lot from the farming. If this man had not been there to bring food in the system, given the COVID, the outbreak of COVID, I don't know what will happen to Ghana.
Please.
I'm talking about the Minister of Agriculture. Mr. Owusu Akoto, Dr.
But we still have programs.
Doctor, yes.
In Ghana, isn't it? Is it not Bafo Akoto's son?
But yes, Bafo Akoto's son.
The UP say the UP warlord. Bafo Akoto. Go on. That man, everybody feared him in the Gold Coast of Ghana. Bafo Akoto, brutal man. That was brutal. My father referred to him. That man is a fireman. Okay, you go on.
It reminds me of this country in House of Commons.
You know, Dr. Morton, you know that the man was so strong that I think Mr. Yossi himself admires him. The man was so strong as a person that the way I know Mr. Yossi, I think even though he was against Nkrumah, who is Mr. Yossi.
My father was scared of the man. I have to be honest. My father was scared of the man. That man was
but the man never killed Mr. Yossi's father. He never killed Mr. Yossi's father. The man was so strong that Mr. Yossi, I think, admires him himself. That's why he's a strong man. That's why he's talking about him. I don't think we're talking about him in any bad faith, but even the father, he was a strong person. Yeah, I understand that. Now, if this man had not come to bring his food program,
right,
and with the COVID, with the closure of the Ghanaian borders, all the borders were closed.
Okay.
Ghanaians, I don't know what will happen to Ghanaians. Thank goodness we have that man as a minister. So they still have some food shortages. Yes, in this country. Look at this country. We are not talking about food shortages in this country here, this industrial country here. We are talking about that. So for shortages, we shall have them. Now, the fertilizer, people are just running around and they are taking the fertilizer that should be given to farmers and they are selling them through the northern region part of Burkina Faso. I don't know where it is coming from, or those who are behind this. But we must thank this man for coming to bring his planting for food and growth. It saved Ghanaians a lot. Had it not been this man, I don't know what would happen during COVID time. And then
I know finally, he's giving a sort of the
well, the man has done really, he's really done well. He's done well. He's done well. We all know what happened in Nigeria. The years of fighting, the years broke so many things because they were hungry in Nigeria.
He's applauded for the COVID fight and all that.
Yes, he's recognized. One of the most successful ministers.
You might say, Chairman, that's not what we want as a league. I mean, you have to get food and all that. But if you look at his stance as to how he's dealt with the COVID issue, at least I think
we have to say a big thank you to the Great British government. They gave us
let me get Gabo to lunch and then I'll get Joe And I get the guy.
Let me finish this so somebody comes in. Well, the issue of Reverend Father, Reverend Minister Owusu Bempah, I didn't like his pronouncement. That as for me, as for a policeman arresting me is over the bar. Oh, how do you say this? That for him, for any policeman to arrest him be over the bar. We can't take the laws into your own hands. And I'm happy that this thing has happened. But I wish they will go through the laws and see whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much, Sir Gabo. Yeah, Mr. Santi. That is Sir Gabo is one of my favorite uncles. I've got you online. Before you go, there's somebody on the Skype. Good morning. Hello, who's this, please? Hello. Who's on the Skype, please? Oh, Sabatu. Oh, hang on. Hello, Sabatu. Hello, good morning, Sabatu. It's on Kapa and Pacho. My name is Okakrawai. Joe was so we are, and then let me get Joe first. We are Joe now, Wabasu. But Joe, hello, Joe.
Oh, with your Sabato.
Okay, Joe, Sabatu. So, and Kandia, if you can hear Sabatu, dear, that's fine. Sabatu, you're live on air.
Oh, good morning, sir. How are you?
No, the crown was Lisi there. A crown went, you know.
Look, Joe, what's the one where we'll lead in tea? I mean,
I can hear you, but it's okay. Don't worry. Namen Kase, as the president, covered the by a year, Sononkwa. Maybe. Somebody, yeah, and and they will cut down and quietly to covered maybe,
yes.
A taxi for 2 free. And Kanye free, Yamaya Diani free. Former President J.D. Yamakaye. No. Nothing for food, you know. The only thing I draw so Ghana, a kais. Oh, yeah, draw, who's a planting for food. A man for them. Eddie Jeffwell, a ball manica. Because all mine not fertilizer are short too. So yeah, no. Your bad radio so near the car. Next a Chicago no man no mukase no mababe trouble. And yeah, and they are stop say a normal yeah the carbon tina. Yes, me and fan could be. If you are short. School for you the need Komunya. Now Kasadana.
Me
and President China who say yes, Ghana, yeah, short to the ane. How many years in it? Mr. Katiyose, no more or money, and your best say 82 no more, almost say a come by, yeah. And they come with Yantibium. It has failed. Star of a great. Now we are brag, one no sana, say, your food sausage. For a Juman to one hour. To 1 hour. Now move be defending in the angle. All is well. You can be JDM canning and say, move a sofa. No. You turn a casa ane, the anonymity, and why they buy just the NDC for a year canon. Be not some barber sofa. This is where we are. May call a yeah, can I say?
Adriano from Adriano.
From Adriano, yes, or Mancasa or money, and they went in and I make the cattle say, the Biamodema is free. And the moji free, and they ensure Adriana Mutek, I can need Namabu Bonidi, a body, man, what the taxes cost Roma must say. More. Into no Bibina, Moya. I mean, for a
1 minute.
Okay.
Owusu Bempah,
Right.
Nana.
It's Yepa Sabatu.
Bempah. Flobia the sea. Yeah, dear. Yes, it's a dear. An officer. Can you know? Someone here. Baumia as a doctor. We are the vice president.
dramatic issue. I know I will cast some MPP for only BT no one need president afa man this an arrest we say yeah they because na now enya wa ahomete say Owusu Bempah de we ye why ye the chance ababu 20 times say buy what me farmer for the two aka no akọ hello FM I say happy FM radio that
I think somebody accused him Obi can say that's right, I remember very well. Okay, Sabato, you say 1 minute Pempacho, and then we pick somebody else.
Owusu Bempah, yes, and yes, law and order being a year to my Ghana. A nipper being a person or more punishing, and or my crown we soon map. And he didn't call a court on crack here to many day.
Right.
Kiam Panen court remanded because on Kunipa, a few man I am a tension and say, what that hospital bed so near the handcuff per guno. And sua doctor said in soon I was so not trade drip no. But I couldn't cry, you know, when you say, Owusu Bempah, young finding cocotum because we will fake it. Why yare? And your BBI law and order beer. But one say me maka, Mr. Wow Becca said here John Dramani Mahama obey the personal attack piano. God will surely punish you. Anything I am a bo Owusu Bempah ne dia bay na ma bo bugri na abu. Maka na fisa atiko jaba kwansem. We are na me the Mustafa Amina ba ende. I want to ya come you know. Next week,
all right. Thank you very much, Sabatu. Joe, you're still live on air, please.
Yeah. Hello.
Joe, yeah, I can hear you, but I've got a message to read from Felix. Felix is one of my favorite callers. I've not heard from him for some time now. It's got a message. I'll say, I hope your caller, Joe, who does not seem to appreciate the stupidity that the occasioned the funeral of such high-profile public figures in Ghana, rethinks his position in the midst of the outbreak of an infectious disease like COVID-19. He has heard of strictly private funerals. Yeah. Is he aware of anything that was an option to the family of Sir John and the government officials? You know anything about? Do you really know about the funeral of Sir John?
Hello.
Hello. Hello. Good morning.
Yeah. Morning. We will allow NDC. We will allow NDC to say anything about Ghana, but Ghanaians should stop NDCs from spreading the rumor that there's hunger, food shortage in Ghana. It's too bad.
Oh, OTS about it.
And this Boba Kansin Bia, Yamom Kwamom Kansin Bia. Now see, but Ghana for better man is body up to Ghana food, the rest of him say, a come about Ghana and a really no idea. It's the last thing any Ghanaians to allow the NDC to do what to say. And then, a dear Ghana, he for an fresh Ghana, come on, you, the Yanino, the bed, the bed a fine year can see in your short Ghana and a comma Ghana.
Said Gabuti, one was a make or David Ekano, and I make us say, or started with Edriano, and I'm a chairman, Edriano, and men or Cano, until he brought our minds to a year livestock and all that. Yeah, hold on, say Gabu, a year, I'm trying to reflect.
The only thing that is happening for leather, but even a swarm from the for Burkina Faso. A swarm of nobody, the lesson is meant for pharmacy, the big mamma and Buntumi Abahon, and Morton. So, full short of you, yes, someone this for yes, you can say anything to demolish the face of Ghana. But some of us will never live in London here and allow anybody to demolish the face of Ghana. That there's food shortages in Ghana. Hunger in Ghana.
In fact, what is a fake crown I made you? A fake crown I made you.
Some of us will not allow anybody to say this on radio station anywhere. There's no food shortage in Ghana.
Well,
let's polish our
know
country.
That. I didn't know
let's polish our country. We have done well for ourselves.
I didn't know there's food shortage.
Nigeria, I want to talk about Nigeria. COVID time, boys, you come do Nigeria for the boys, no come do Papa Bama in your new book, one more share.
Oh,
Yes,
I'm
this,
sorry.
Doc.
But first stop, any the manyama.
Okay, well, Sir Gabo.
Let's give a man his credit. Give due a man
1
his
minute,
credit.
Joe. I'll come back to you. Let's say Gabo land.
We're going to allow anybody, any Ghanaian anywhere, to make these rumors that there's food shortage in Ghana. What is this? What is this? Let's defend our country. We're not
Okay.
going to allow people to do this. Okay. Allow Omo Babamra.
Okay, but that's it, Sir Gabo. You know,
Sure,
what is it, Joe? I think you want to react to
I
Felix.
am only cautious of your time. That's why, because I have one or two things to also say.
Yeah,
That's why.
go on. I'll go
Yeah,
on. I've seen
first
people
of all,
still calling
my,
in. Yeah.
Yeah, my regards to Sir Gabo and Sabato. You see, the definition of a befitting barrier is not by how many presidents that attends your funeral. Are you getting it?
I'm getting it clear, live and clear.
If you bring Donald Trump, Biden, Obama, and everybody to your funeral, and they are not observing laws, they are not observing rules and regulations, what is the point? So it is better I have myself alone to my father's funeral and observe the rules. That is befitting than bringing in presidents who are lawless. So that is for that. And
that is your definition. That is your definition. Anyway.
Talking about the security issue. Look, I for one, I will commend the IGP. But you see, in raising my optimism, I also want to challenge him that there are other groups who are associated with the president walking about who have done bigger crimes than Owusu Bempah. First is number one. You know number one.
Joe.
You know he donated to. Yeah, hello.
Yeah, you have just 1 minute. Time on some patrol.
Yeah, you know number one. Number one was associated to the president. You know Kwesi Nyantechi. You know Kwesi Nyantechi. And you know Shatawale.
Yeah.
They are all associated to the president. They have all done bigger crimes than Owusu Bempah.
Okay, Joe, we're gonna leave this Sunday.
Last one. Please, we don't find our integrity when we have the opportunity. We only have to find our integrity at every given time. It is not when, doctor, today you are sitting behind the console, then you find your integrity. But when you're out of the console and Mr. Kitiosin is there, you don't have any integrity. When MPP was in opposition, was Sir Gabo and the rest, were they not saying bad things about Ghana? Today he has found his integrity. Today, nobody should talk about Ghana. We are spoiling Ghana. What hypocrites are we?
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you.
It makes me go mad. Because we are too hypocritical.
You think so?
Okay.